Hello, everyone. Your girl Tay here from Let's Talk Wild, bringing you some more animal news. This time, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service plans to strengthen conservation protections for the African elephants. Okay, let me get a little. hmm So, yes, more protections for them, conservation. However, this includes this new rule that will be under the Endangered Species Act, will authorize, imports of trophies and live elephants. Okay, we're gonna get into the press release that the U.S. Fish and Wildlife, released, and we're gonna get into the Humane Society of the United States, what they have to say about the new rule. But before we get into that, make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. Okay, help your girl out. Subscribe, like the stream, like the video, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Make sure you check out some of my YouTube shorts, the podcast visuals here, also some podcasts on the playlist, some other lives that I've recorded. Everything is here on the channel. So make sure you guys subscribe and turn on the notifications so you guys can be notified when I go live. Okay. And y'all already know I will have timestamps in the description box for those of y'all that want to just get straight to the research and the press release and all of that good stuff. Okay. Let me take a sip of some more of my Cactus Rose sparkling water. Okay. Not sponsored. Okay. So let's get into the press release. Y'all already know I'm going to drop down. We're going to read. Okay. And I'll come back up for my, thoughts and stuff. Y'all already know. If y'all don't know, well, that's how we, do it around these parts, okay? So yes, this is the press release from the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. Service, strengthens measures to enhance conservation and protections for the African elephants, okay? And this was released March 29th of 2024, okay? So we're going to get into it. Okay, so they published a final rule that will improve African elephant conservation by increasing protections for elephants imported to the United States. The rule strengthens protection and conservation requirements to help ensure long term conservation and survival of the elephants in the wild. Okay, so like I said, it's going to be under the Endangered Species Act. Okay, so strengthen protections of internationally traded live African elephants, increase, transparency of the services, permit decision making, and more closely align U.S. requirements with guidance from the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Fauna and Flora. Okay, so here we go. The rule will benefit African elephants by, because that's what we want to know. How is this going to help with the conservation and protection of the elephants? You talking about, transporting live elephants and import trophies. And when you start saying, trophies, we thinking, trophy hunting, of course. So we are like, what you talking about? Okay. So it says supporting countries that import elephants to the United States to enact national legislation necessary to enhance elephant conservation and protections, including penalizing illegal trade, requiring that the authorized imports of trophies and live elephants will contribute to enhancing conservation and not contribute to the decline of the species. Okay. Ensuring that imported live African elephants have strong protections once in the United States, including by requiring that these elephants and their offspring go only to facilities suitably equipped to house and care for them, and and clarifying sport hunted import regulations and permit requirements to increase transparency with stakeholders. Ciao. Like I said, the trophy imports, the trophy. Listen, it won't have anything to the ivory. It says right here, as a result of these updated protections, the import of live African elephant sport hunted trophies, and African elephant parts and products other than ivory, which is regulated separately, into the United States will now be limited to the countries that have enacted national legislation to effectively implement the basic requirements of sites and are designed to ensure species conservation. So only the countries that are, all about the conservation of the elephants. I guess this is, the US is going to do the deals with, and the live elephant stuff, and being able to get imports, elephant imports over here other than ivory, okay, which is regulated separately. Wow, this is a lot. The final rule will take effect May 1st of 2024. So in May 1st, okay, the elephants will get some more, you know, protections, I guess. So they say. So I want to get into the Humane Society of the United States with, oh no, hold up, don't leave. Okay. I almost accidentally ended the stream, job. But yeah, I want to get into what the Humane Society of the United States have to share about this, because when I'd seen some of the statements from people, they were like, "Oh yeah, it's like it's a good thing," and then others are like, "No, it's not a good thing." Just like, don't support any trophy hunting at all. Like, so I just want to, y'all already know I'm going to always give, both sides of, the coin, right? So we could all meet in the middle and come to a conclusion, a decision, all of that good stuff. And even if we, don't, and we still, agree to disagree, that's okay. Okay. So yeah, the Humane Society of the United States, released their statement once the US Fish and Wildlife released their press release. And here we go. Okay. Okay. So here we go. The newly issued final rule greatly improves protections by only allowing imports of live elephants or their trophies or skins, with certain limited exceptions, from African countries designated in Category 1 under the Convention of International Trade in Endangered Species, meaning the country has national legislation that is believed generally to meet the requirements to adequately implement sites, rules, and regulations, keeping Botswana and Zambia, major destinations for trophy hunters, off the list, which will effectively eliminate elephant hunting trophy imports from those countries, requiring that, substantial evidence be submitted by exporting countries annually that certifies their elephant populations are biologically, sustainable and sufficiently large, requiring that the exporting government has the capacity to obtain sound scientific data on elephant populations, as the legal capacity to manage them for conservation, and follows the rules of law. Woo, that's a lie, honey, but I'm getting it. I'm doing it, ain't I, y'all? And that it can provide assurances that viable habitat is secure and not decreasing or degraded. Required that for live elephants, the exporting country must submit assurance that the imported elephants are not pregnant, were legally taken, and that family units were kept intact. Requiring that funds derived from trophy hunting are used significantly for elephant conservation. And this is my main concern. It just be like, where does this money go to? These trophy hunters, spending all these big bucks and doing all this stuff. Sometimes they just be, it's like a trophy hunting lottery, honey. You it's it's a whole little thing, honey. But yeah, they go over there spending these big bucks to do this big game hunting. Where is the money going? Where is the money going? Because it to me is looking like a lot of greediness going on. But yeah, where's the coin? Where's the money? Is the money being put back into the elephants? This is the stuff that the people need to know and want to know. And that's what's happening with the United States. That said, listen, we want to know what's going on. Okay, you want to do business, you want to do this and that. We need the numbers, we need the scientific proof, evidence, legislation, all of that. Okay, and no more y'all just gonna do what y'all want to do. Okay, and think you're gonna be bringing them elephant imports over here. Absolutely not. So but I feel like with everything, it's always a way around stuff, right? So, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, so oh, here we go. Okay. Um we have long argued that a more formalized and stringent process for the consideration of any import permits is essential for conservation and legal compliance. Under the previous regulations, most of the countries exporting trophies to the US consistently failed to provide convincing science-based evidence in support of their hunting quotas and reliable information on trophy hunting revenues. This is what I'm saying. It's like we want to see the stuff, honey. Where's the? Is it convincing, or allegedly y'all just drawing up this? Who is these people doing this scientific research, honey? Are they qualified? They not qualified. These are some people that y'all found, honey. Y'all just signing off on the paperwork, okay? Allegedly, like what is going on? Come on, Humane Society. They is calling it out. However, they said, listen, we have also long argued that taking elephants from the wild for placement in captivity is not humane. Captive facilities are not suited to house and care for elephants who in the wild can roam dozens of miles each day with their tightly knit herds, nor can they maintain them in healthful and humane conditions. Okay, so we ain't gonna get into all of that stuff because certain words I can't say here on YouTube. But here we go. The little wrap up. In the humane world we envision, the one we are working toward, there is no place for trophy hunting and the import of live wild elephants for captivity. Captivity. These practices can no longer be tolerated, and there is no place for trophy hunting as a means of funding local conservation efforts. Instead, the slaughter of charismatic and imperiled animals should be replaced by sustainable development initiatives such as responsible ecotourism, an enterprise that keeps animals alive for their own sake and for ours. Until that vision becomes a reality, we support and celebrate steps to increase protections for elephants. These stronger regulations will mitigate extreme harms to elephants, their families, and their closely bonded herds, and help prevent the species from teetering on the edge of extinction. Okay, and we will continue to work with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service to make sure this rule is strongly enforced. These animals deserve nothing less. Sarah Edmondson, president of the Humane Society Legislative Fund. Okay, girl. Yeah, shout out to Sarah. Okay. Uh-huh. So yeah, that is what's going on, honey. So the US talking about y'all gonna have to do this and y'all gonna have to do that. Far as being able to do business and bring the trophies, the skins, and all of that, but that's crazy. It's like how people look at it. Like the Humane Society said, like trophy hunting. Okay, you're hunting this animal, and the funds are supposed to go into conservation for the animals, but you guys are allowing hunting for the animals, but you want the conservation. It's like it's mind boggling, right? To me, it is. So it's like, and yeah, and I just feel like it's other ways that um you can earn money. Like people have been earning money, ecotourism, um, letting the people, do a little safari, honey, little ride through something, something, something. But I just feel like that is not enough for these big game hunters. They just want to feel powerful, like they're this and that, honey. And it's just like, no. But my thing is, yeah, all this money, but where is the trophy hunting money going? Is it going to the communities? Is it going to the villagers? Is it going to the people of that land? Cuz you on their land hunting their animals on their land. So it's like, is this money going back to them? You guys, saying, is it, it has to go back into the elephant conservation. But what about the people? It's just like the people too. Like it's just the people, the elephants is a lot. Okay. But I just feel like they I don't know. I don't know. It's just a weird thing to like, I just don't, it doesn't make sense to me. And I just feel like I feel like it's gonna be possibly some loopholes. I feel like the scientific research, how are y'all going to make sure that they are doing the correct stuff? Are y'all going to be sending people out there to double check everything? How y'all know these elephants aren't stolen from their family units? You want these family units to be intact. How are you going to make sure all of this stuff is enforced and done correctly? How? Because I just feel like it's not, I just feel like it doesn't matter how good of um just the steps you take, right? The steps you take to make sure these things are done properly. But I feel like it only take one. It only take one corrupt one. Oh, let me yeah, he slid me a little couple of dollars on the side. This elephant was stolen, but we ain't gonna say nothing. Y'all just gonna allegedly make up some, story of how you got the elephant. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. So I just feel like these type of things, you say it's going to help, but I just feel like it's not at the end, because I feel like people are so, just conniving and trustworthy, that things are going to slip through the cracks. Okay. And I just feel like it's going to be at the expense of the elephants. Like, I don't want to hear about no elephants being taken away from their families. Okay. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. We should not be importing any live elephants unless it's for real conservation efforts. Like, they can't be in the wild anymore, and there's no place for them to go. But I just feel like, how many sanctuaries do we have in Africa? They could stay over there. You know, sponsor an elephant at a sanctuary, a legit one that doesn't allow game hunting. But yeah, that's my thoughts, guys. You guys, make sure you guys leave a comment. Let me know how you guys are feeling about this whole thing. Are you guys like, yay? Are you guys like, boo? Like, when I was reading the comments on Facebook, like, it's different, thoughts and opinions, but everybody's like split down the middle. So to me, I just feel like it's not going to work. I feel like things are going to slip through the cracks, allegedly, in my opinion. And I just feel like you're in the US, you feel like you can, control everything, what's going on in Africa or whatever the case may be. But like I said, I just feel like people are so untrustworthy that things may not go like how you think it's gonna go, so you can implement all these new rules and laws all you want to, but I just feel like it's always a way around certain things, and people are gonna find a way to get around that, But like I said, like we shouldn't be importing any daggone live elephants unless they are unsuitable to live in the wild, okay? And they ain't got nowhere to go. Okay, Africa is a big place. Okay, do you really have to get that elephant over here to the United States? Can't you just sponsor it? It can stay. It can stay in Africa. You can sponsor it. Send a little check every year or something. Like send a little donation. So yeah, and the whole trophy hunting thing to like make sure trophy hunting funds are going into conservation of the elephants that you're trophy hunting. It's weird. It's weird. I don't get it. Whatever. We'll see how things go and move along. I definitely will be reporting in the future, any press releases, any research numbers that they put out. Y'all already know I'm here to give y'all the animal news, okay? Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel here at Let's Talk Wild. Check out some YouTube shorts for celebrity, pets, and animal interactions. Make sure you guys check out the Let's Talk Wild podcast when I talk about animals and pop culture and all of that good stuff. Okay, everything is here on the YouTube channel, in the description box, all of that good stuff. Okay. I'll also leave timestamps for those of you that want to get straight into the press release, all of that good stuff. Y'all already know. I am ready to enjoy the rest of my Wednesday. It's a little light out still outside. I saved the plant. From my old neighbor's house. They're working on the house. They're ready to sell it, and the contractors just took the pot of the plant and set it outside, and it's wilting and stuff. So I'm gonna actually repot that and get my hands in some dirt. I did some gardening yesterday, but I do want to repot this plant, and then I'm a let it rain, let it get some natural rainwater, okay, and bring it back to life, and then bring it in the house, okay. But yeah, that's what I'm doing Wednesday, yeah, today, and Wednesday night. The next live will be tomorrow lunchtime. Between 12 p.m., 1 p.m. Like I said, when I put the baby down for her nap. Okay, no evening live tomorrow. So yeah, tomorrow I will do a lunch time stream. Make sure you guys turn on your notifications so you can be notified when I go live. Shout out to everybody that watches and the replay gang and all of that good stuff. I appreciate you guys. Now, like I always say, love yourself, one another, your pets, and the animals. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.